Welcome to the Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review, where we recap the past week's events in Penman athletics. Men's golf opened the week with a second-place finish at the Barton Intercollegiate at the Wilson Country Club in Wilson, North Carolina. Southern New Hampshire turned in a team score of 916 to finish 13 strokes behind the host Bulldogs. Matt Paradise carded a 270 in the final round and a combined 214 to finish second in the individual scoring. Sam Reamer fired the lowest round of the tournament on Tuesday with a 68 to finish fourth, while John Clancy also cracked the top 30. Men's golf is idle until April 11th when it heads to Goldsboro, North Carolina for the Trojan Mount Olive Spring Invitational. Softball closed out its Florida swing with wins in 3 of its final 4 games on Tuesday and Wednesday. The Penmen swept Dominican College on Tuesday by scores of 2-1 and 5-4 before splitting their final twin bill against Rollins College. Aaron Garzinski finished 4 for 7 against the Chargers with a grand slam, 5 RBI and a run scored, while Gabriella Vachon and Maddie Barone each earned wins in the circle for Southern New Hampshire. Garzinski again carried the offense Wednesday as she went 4 for 8 with a run batted in, 2 runs scored, and a pair of extra base hits against the Tars. The Penmen dropped the opener 9-1 but rallied in Game 2 to take down Rollins 13-8. Erin Morrissey added 4 hits and 6 trips to the plate Wednesday, and Nicole Gubalini improved to 3-1 after allowing a pair of unearned runs in the final 4 1/3 innings of Game 2. For her efforts, Garzinski was named the Northeast 10 Conference Player of the Week on Monday, while Gubalini also earned conference recognition as she was tabbed the NE10 Pitcher of the Week. Softball resumes its schedule on Saturday when it heads to Adelphi University for a noon doubleheader with the Panthers. Women's lacrosse split a pair of games last week against Young Harris College and Pace University. Southern New Hampshire cruised to a 19-11 victory over the Mountain Lions Wednesday before stumbling at home against the Setters Saturday by the same score. Kristen Wilder scored 7 times for the Penmen against Young Harris, while Kennedy Daziel added 6 points, and Alexa Bedell and Alexis Felt each notched 5. Felt led the offensive charge Saturday with 3 goals, and both Bedell and Ellen Decker each had 2 goals and 2 assists, but it was not enough to overcome a 12-goal first half from Pace. Women's lacrosse is back in action Tuesday when it heads to the Hilltop for a 7 o'clock showdown with St. Anselm College. Number 9 baseball took 2 of its 3 games last week against 7th-ranked Nova Southeastern University and St. Thomas Aquinas College. Southern New Hampshire rallied to top the Sharks in 12 innings on Wednesday, 8-6, and split a twin bill Saturday with the Spartans. Kyle Pangalo carried the Southern New Hampshire offense against Nova with a 3 for 5 showing that included a homer and 4 RBI. Caleb Potter added 3 hits in the win, and Ryan Sullivan chipped in with a pair of knocks and drove in 1. Potter collected 4 hits on Saturday as baseball dropped the opener against St. Thomas Aquinas 1-0 before rallying from 4 runs down to take the finale 7-6. Bobby Fulkerson added 3 hits in the doubleheader, including a pair of extra base knocks, while Johnny Stanton brought in 2 runs. Baseball kicks off Northeast 10 play on Saturday when it heads to the College of St. Rose for a twin bill slated to start at noon. To the courts we go, where men's tennis dropped all 3 of its matches against 26th-ranked BYU Hawaii and top-ranked Hawaii Pacific. Ricardo Morelos picked up winning the second singles flight on Wednesday in an 8-1 setback against BYU Hawaii, before Tiago Fernandez claimed to win in number 1 singles against the Seasiders Friday. Southern New Hampshire was swept by the number 1 Sharks Monday, 7-0. Men's tennis looks to get back on track Sunday when it plays host to Lemoyne College at 1 p.m. On the women's side, Southern New Hampshire took 1 of its 3 matches on its trip to Hawaii. The Penmen were swept by second-ranked BYU Hawaii Wednesday before blanking Chaminade University Friday. The Penmen closed out the week with a 7-0 setback against Hawaii Pacific on Monday. Women's tennis is off until April 14th when it heads to Brandeis University for a 2 o'clock start. Men's lacrosse opened its home slate Friday with a 9-8 defeat at the hands of 7th-ranked Adelphi. Daniel Traynor scored twice and Devin Calkins added 2 assists as the Penmen overcame a 4-goal deficit in the second half to tie the game at 8 with less than 2 minutes to play before the Panthers netted the game winner. Men's lacrosse aims to bounce back Saturday when it hosts top-ranked Lemoyne on Larkin Field at 1 p.m. Women's golf capped the week with a 12th place finish at the Brown Intercollegiate in Pinehurst, North Carolina on Saturday. Carrie Toomey led the Penmen with a 2-day score of 195, while Caitlin Lutinsky and Amy Kalina checked in just behind her as they each carded 200s. Women's golf returns to the links on April 21st when they head to the St. Rose Women's Spring Invitational at the Pine Haven Country Club in Guilderland, New York. That's it for this week's Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review. Check back next week for a full recap of this week's events in Penman athletics.